Good morning, America! This is it. Yes, this is the live show and the podcast recording for Reach It Radio, Reach It Report, and a whole lot of other things that are coming down the line. We are here with Harrison live, beaming to you from Ningbo. Here he is. He's rolling in. Yes, it's 9 a.m.
Good morning, America.
That's great. So beaming in live from Ningbo, China. Did you know that America was very much involved in freeing China from the Japanese in World War II? Yeah,
The truth.
my good buddy, Rob Scott, from down in near Tampa.
Morning, Louis.
Who's here? Louis. Thomas. And so my good friend Rob Scott from down in Tampa, Florida. His dad was one of the official photographers, or a freelance photographer, I actually don't know. And his dad took the photos of the Americans going up the river and supporting everybody. Rick
needs to buy another Mini.
you need to buy another Mini.
Well,
Yes.
I've got a guy.
She said yes. You got lucky. That's great. I'm happy about that. I know he was talking to his wife. His wife decided to become a window cleaner because she's so inspired with how good he is as a window cleaner.
Really?
That's just changed who he is as a man.
That's amazing.
She wants to be a better woman.
I love it.
Yeah, they're going to be window cleaners. I don't even think they're going to be window cleaners together. She's going to start her own window cleaning business.
A rival business?
A rival business.
Same street?
Yes.
A rival business?
She said yes. We like it when they say yes, yes, yes.
No's are not fun.
Unless they're going, oh no, oh
Oh
no.
no, oh no.
JC Tanowski is in the house. That's pretty good. I'm here with Harrison Tate. Harrison and I started this business, Reach It. Actually, he designed the logo in 2006, I'm going to suggest.
I was 16, 17.
Here, let me drop your mic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know if the sound is coming through this or not, or whether it's coming through there. So we need to beam the sound out, right? Just in case this is picking it up.
I think it is maybe picking it up as well, so we may not have the best sound when
No,
it's coming.
but it works for us, right? Here we go. Tell us how the sound is if you're on that.
What's up,
but on
Jason?
that, beam. Boost your sound. Joseph Skinter is here. Sound works. Okay, we have it. Roberto Reese is here. Reese.
And then the back's a wider angle.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
If you get this little background noise, both sound good. That's positive. Woo! That's great. So, today we are going to be trying a number of new things. Larry Crook is here. My man. We've got some fun things to do together. Sound is better compared to yesterday. If you can hear this bzzz noise in the background, that is actually somebody with a jackhammering maybe 3 stories above. Billy Haar is here.
It's insane. This is what happens in China a lot. You move into a new apartment, the apartment's beautiful, and then you sit down, and then 2 days in, someone starts renovation construction, and you have to live with it for a month.
Yeah, so we're going to live with this bullshit noise. They start at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
We had, like, when we started Reach It in Shanghai, the first 3 months, they were right next door to us, so it's really loud. Every day we're on our laptops. I was trying to build the website and do cold calls at the same time, and then Perry was doing cold calls, building emails,
Designing
getting on
products,
Facebook,
talking to
designing
factories.
products.
Hey, you want some Alpha Brain?
I would love some Alpha Brain.
See?
Yes,
We're not sponsored by Onnit, but we do love
but
Alpha
we would
Brain.
love to be.
Yeah, you'll watch us to spark up like crazy. So, here we go. So, today we're going to be playing with some multimedia. Are you ready to do that? Can't see that. So, we're going to be we're going to bring in some of my PowerPoint slides that I've run in the past and see how well we can interact with PowerPoint. We went shopping for microphones and mixers yesterday so that we can start pulling in the sound out of a video and mixing it into the Facebook Live. That was an education.
Oh my gosh.
We just found out what we didn't know about microphones and mixers, right?
Yeah, there's a lot to do with sound.
There's a lot to do with sound. So we aborted and said we need to go back and read more and Google
I'm
more.
fake. on this microphone.
That's because you talk softly. I know you don't know that, but you talk softly.
It sounds really loud.
It's not loud. That's why I keep telling you, boost your sound. That's it.
And I'll stay silent.
Yeah. So do I need get a Reach It shirt for buying my second moment Ernie and 2 nose scars? Yeah, well, you know, I said to Harrison yesterday, and we're locking down on it, is that we're going to get into the you're going to blame the microphone now?
No, when you put it in, do you hear that boom?
You should accept maybe not the second one, only the first one.
Well then, maybe they should both do that.
Right. Oh.
And then this one actually doesn't work.
All right. Maybe that one's faulty. Let's swap.
No,
Get happy.
no, I'm not going to be happy. I'm trying to make it work.
It works for me. It went buzz for me.
Really?
Yeah.
This one didn't.
No, I know, because it works on, the first one is the second one. It doesn't work on the basis that they're in 2 different people's
Alright,
ears.
you get this one.
You put yours in. You get the button.
I got the boom.
Right, okay. And I didn't. And that's fine.
I
Because
was trying to
it
troubleshoot.
doesn't, no, there
I
are 2
was
of us.
try- I was
But there was no
troubleshoot.
trouble
I
to
was-
shoot.
Because
They said the sound is gold and the sound is perfect.
No, you have 2 people say that my sound is fake.
Oh, that's because you weren't talking loudly. I told you
I
that.
don't know.
I do. I'm the other guy in the room. And you talk like this, and your sound is fake.
Whatever.
All right. So, if you do notice, I do yell. So,
My sound's not fake, you're yelling.
right.
That's what's happening. We arm wrestle or win.
Yeah. Here you go.
You won't do it.
This is how father and son work together. Step 1: conflict is essential. Conflict is welcome, and best idea wins. And as soon as the conflict's over, it's over, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No grudges.
I'm not holding it against you at all.
He says, looking up. Yes. See, somebody observed. You don't project your
Rick's
voice.
just telling you what you just told me.
For your benefit.
I know. You're a public speaker.
George Moore is here. You will be too soon. George Moore. George, you're a champion, because George had, in flow, he had a drip coming, and he solved the drip problem from his own determination. We sent him our way that we solved a drip, but it didn't work for him, but he worked out a better way to solve the drip problem. I looked at his video overnight.
Yeah?
Pretty amazing guy.
What did you do?
Pardon me. He used, pardon me, oh, you probably heard that. He used 2 rubber O-rings on either side of the carbon fiber plate, that locating plate at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to seal. So normally we'd use Teflon tape. We used 15 rounds of Teflon tape, and for whatever reason it didn't seal. So he still had this drip, and so he got an O-ring on either side of that, and then pressed them up against the RO filter, and then he sealed it basically, right? So it's like a second seal. So George, we're going to have a look at that. I've sent that video onto my production engineer, and that's so easy, right? We could just do that. We could do that with every flow, and that would mean that it never matters whether that Teflon holds or doesn't hold in the future, because it's all trying to future-proof. That's what George has done. He's future-proofed the problem. That was
Smart
really
guy.
exciting. Yes.
Smart guy. I gotta yell.
Yeah, you do.
Why is Harrison whispering? Nervous, maybe?
Right.
We're
So,
opposites.
what? Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Shane Ward is here. Marco is here. That's good. I tell you, like, one of the things we wanted to talk about is that we used to be window cleaners, right? And I think a lot of people, you know, may not know that. And so we had a window cleaning business. I was a single dad. I was raising Harrison and his sister Bree, and we had a window cleaning business, and I was selling franchises. Yeah, and then on the weekends, I would pick up some jobs and take you guys out, either one or both of you, and we would go and clean windows.
Had a little bit of pocket money.
Yep.
I'm projecting.
Good. And tell us which story you want to tell. You want to talk about.
But you were beginning the story.
I can tell a story, but at least give me
I'm just
clue.
listening.
Ah, yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to do was share some of our window cleaning stories from the past. And my favorite story is we were cleaning this house It took us about 2 hours to drive there.
Yeah, it was a long way out of town.
And then we started the job at around 11 a.m. in the morning, and it was this two older couple. Maybe they were about 65, 70.
Yeah, could have been that.
Very grey hair, and we were cleaning the house all day, and then one of them
They had
smoked.
cut-ups, right?
One-
They were tiny
cut-ups.
little windows.
Cut-ups, and one of them smoked, so like the windows on the inside were yellow.
Horrible.
And so we cleaned the job all day, and then throughout the day they were bringing us lemonade, they were bringing us, bring him a beer, then like they invited him, once he was finished, they invited him inside to have a cup of tea, which happened all the time while I was still finishing the outside.
Yeah, because you were slow. I'd finished the inside and you hadn't finished the outside.
I was
I got the
slower.
cup of tea.
Yeah, but that's because I cleaned the windows on the outside, and then you said, hey, just soft wash this, because
That's
we're adding it
true.
on. Oh
That's
no,
true.
let's just do another gutter.
We always got to add
Adding
on
it
$50 to $100.
Of course
That
I
is true.
finished later.
Well, then I got a cup of tea.
Yeah,
And then we
So-
got invited to the barbecue.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So they ran a barbecue for us.
Mm-hmm.
That was sweet. Then we got drunk.
Yes. Do you want me to finish the story?
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
waiting
we
for you to
were
take over.
interchanging.
We are. Did you see here long gaps between my
Yeah,
sentences?
no, I was going, this is ridiculous. So, then we got invited to like a dinner. I forgot about the barbecue. I only remember the ending
Right.
of the story, so that's why I'm trying to like get you to fill in a little bit of it.
Ah, yes. So we had a barbecue with them, and then at the barbecue we had beers, and because we're having such a good time with them, we had too many beers, and then I couldn't drive home, and it's like a 2-hour drive, so it wasn't worth the
See, I don't
risk.
remember this part of the story. I was too young.
Right,
I
right.
didn't understand the
Why?
you can't drive home
Why?
while you're drunk.
Yes. So, at the end of it, we were in their lounge room until 10 o'clock at night,
That's right.
not getting any more sober.
2-hour drive home,
Mm.
potentially.
Mm.
And then the couple said, why don't you sleep at our house tonight? And Harry realized he couldn't drive home. We had no one who could come and pick us up.
We
It was
wouldn't
2
have done
hours
that
away.
anyway, because we were having such a good time.
And so
Ron Musgraves is here. And so we
Hey,
stayed
Ron.
the night. That's what happened. But more than that, the neighbour ran Australia's most famous acting dog. Remember that?
Not more than that, because we stayed the night, we woke up the next morning, they became my adopted grandparents.
Yes.
It's China. It's gonna suck, Ron.
Ah, it's alright, Ron. It's good on the replay. Don't worry about it. There's something to complain about everything. And our web sucks. But it doesn't always suck. It hasn't broken down yet.
No, you just gotta check
Scott
out.
Davidson's here. You can tell us if our web sucks. Everybody can. Yes, the man, the myth, the legend. There you go. So that was our funny story.
The
Is that
soft
we
speaker.
stayed the night. We had a barbecue. We stayed the night. We got drunk. We watched the dog next door.
Our
They-
customers became my grandparents.
They became surrogate grandparents and all of that. So we thought, if you've got a funny story, you should say, hey, I've got a funny story, and we'll beam you in to
Alright,
tell your story.
What's an unbelievable story?
Yes.
What's something that happened to you
Thanks
while you're window cleaning or providing any service?
Yeah. Hit us up with a funny story and we will beam you in. You have
Just let
to
us-
go to settings, privacy, camera and microphone have to be allow Facebook, and then we can invite you in and we'll run you live. Ron Musgraves, you want to come in, buddy? You want to come into the show?
I'm gonna get a monster.
Okay, you. Pardon me. Get two, and then bring your computer in so we can start running some of these experiments. All right. So, what we're going to talk with you about today, I wanted to come over some of the safety stuff actually, because we've been doing some more work on safety for window cleaners and water-fed poles. And we gave a presentation. I was a guest speaker for, like a breakout speaker for water-fed pole safety and efficiency for the International Window Cleaning Association National Convention, where Ron and Doug turned up for a couple of days in Phoenix, Arizona. That's because Ron lives in Phoenix, Arizona, I guess, made it easier. And so basically from that speech, I then came back to China, then I came back to America and went to the Men in Kilts franchise convention. And we went and we ran the program 2 or 3 times there for different breakout groups. And then we came from Vancouver to St. Louis, from St. Louis we met up with Fish there, and then from St. Louis we went up to Madison, Milwaukee, met up with Tanya Vega. I'm going to actually put that video live. I've forgotten to put that up on YouTube actually. We did some 7-story, how to clean at 7 stories training with them, and we recorded that the other day. And then Jason York, the president of the IWCA, and then we went all the way down south through North Carolina, blah blah blah, Chicago, and then all the way down to ended up in Miami, where we went to the Grant Cardone 10X. I flew you over.
Yep, you flew me over within 4 days.
Yeah, we got the tickets 4 days out. We goes buy one get one free. So I said to Harrison, okay, I've got a ticket for you, and then we bought him a ticket, and then 4 days later he's in Miami, and then the day after I flew him straight back to China.
Brutal.
He did not see
Savage.
Miami. He didn't go to the beach.
Savage. I didn't go to, what's that place? Called
We did go
the best bar street in Miami. Like,
I don't know.
What it's based on? No,
I've got no idea.
Me neither.
But we did go to the strip joint.
Funny enough, yeah, we went to a couple.
Yep. You went to a couple. I went to
a couple. That was
You stayed up very late.
That was the first time I've been to one of those.
No, not. Anyway, they're quite good down there. There's a different flavour. They're not the same as China. China's a little bit wilder than that, but they were pretty.
China has no rules.
Yeah, China has no rules.
That's
joints.
That's the only difference.
Yeah. So.
The women are better in Miami though.
And you don't pay $20 a dance.
Oh,
here. You wouldn't pay $20 for the night.
You wouldn't pay $20 for a hotel room, as you said.
So, like we've had some fun. Yeah. So we're bringing Ron Musgraves and his wife to guard and protect him. I think I need to make sure his wife comes too. We can't have that boy let loose in China. No way.
No, not with us.
No. We would lead you astray, my friend. So, Fort Lauderdale, yes. Roger Boggs is here. Rick Neese is here.
Well, we should get.
Yeah, I'll be in St. Louis with John, flying in on the 17th of July, and I'm flying out on the Sunday, and John's flying out on the Monday, so he gets another night. Follow up whatever's going on there. So any of you who are close to St. Louis, we could do a meeting.
Invite Ron in, but Ron's going to tell us one of his stories.
We'll see if he'll join, right?
Yeah, he's been asking.
Yes, I love it. I love Luke the Window Cleaner's new design. I think it's revolutionary.
It's just hardwood oak. It's a perfect material.
The timber wood.
I can't believe
it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It does remind me a little bit of Phil from Simpole, but I think he stole it, the whole technology from Phil, and
Phil will tell for years.
For years, like 5 years from today, he'll be telling the world that Luke stole his timber brush technology, and he stole
Larry Crook's story. No, you got to read that.
Larry Crook. Yeah, your Android. It happened Friday. Here we go. The guy comes outside to say he was going to take an outside shower. I say it sounds good. I figured he would shower in his swim trunks. Next thing I know, the dude has got it out. Did you have a look? Yeah.
Did you?
Was he trying to? Here's the thing. Did he have an outside shower because he wanted to impress you? Was it like a shit test to see if that's what we call them? We call them shit tests, like a test to see where you're at. Like, wink, see if you would just go.
Oh, I'm so dirty outside.
Wow, that's weird, man. That was just last Friday. Is that because he saw your pole?
He's
like your new Richard?
with the hydro blade?
With a hydro blade?
Ooh.
That thing can squirt, man.
That's a full-on shower head.
Yeah. Hey, Dean Miller. We're going to get you to China. I know you like Asian women.
So, Ron's been asking us to come in.
Oh, great. Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ron. I'll beam you in.
Like 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I haven't been watching. I did not. Walker Jones is here. That's pretty cool. Ron Musgraves has 4,000 regular viewers. Like, we've got a couple of our shows have gone over 1,000, but Ron is regularly over 4,000 every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. It conflicts with us, but that's fine because we'll convert ours to a podcast for you. And it's he's got 4,000 people that view within the first couple of hours, you know, so it's genuine. Pardon me, that's the monster. And 4,000 views.
Well, there we go.
The loudest guy in America.
So I got to go to dinner, so I've got a funny story. Are you ready for it?
Okay. Hit me with the story.
Okay. So I'm in college, and this is the funniest. This is funny because this is where everything started for me. Okay. So I'm going to college, and you know, I'm the greenhorn freshman, and this guy, his name is Bobby Latito. I ain't making this shit up. He's from New York. He's a senior, and I'm working the college security because it's an easy job. Basically, we partied on the weekends because we had the keys to all the doors, and we would take the vans out and run all over Tempe, and we did all that crazy, stupid shit. And so Bobby Latito is from New York City. He's an Italian kid, and he goes, go over to door number 54 because, you know, you got in the old days, you had that key ring with 1,000,000 keys on it. And yet we had the key to every room. We had the key to the room where they put the test answers. Okay. So he sends me over to this room, and I didn't know this room, and it was a closet. And it was this guy named Mo, and he was a janitor. And this guy weighed about, you know, he was about 6'8", and he weighed about 360 pounds. And the first thing is on the door is it says don't mess with my stuff. And it's a janitor closet. This dude's a janitor. And I remember the guy because now, like, I get in there and I'm like, oh man, this is Mo's stuff. So I radio back to Bobby, and I go, Bobby, this is Mo's closet, man. You told me to get a bucket and a squeegee and a mop head. And I said, man, I don't want to mess with this guy's stuff, you know. Are you out of your mind? He's going to kill us. He goes, don't worry about it. Mo knows. He knows what I do. Just get the shit and meet me over at the student union. I said, okay, Bobby. Boom, boom, got the key. He drags me over to this strip center across the street, and we commence cleaning these storefront windows. And Bobby's got this little ticket book, and he showed me how to mop the windows real quick because he was doing the squeegeeing. And then I noticed, okay, he's collecting money, and we keep going down the storefront. We get to the gal with the gift store, and he goes, skip her. And I said, okay, we're going to skip her. To me, I just listen to Bobby, just keep wetting the windows. Yeah. Get on down. We're down 3/4 way down the strip center, and all of a sudden, the woman comes out of the gift shop, and she says, hey, hey. And then I turn around, and Bobby's gone. I mean, he's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, what the heck? And the woman comes down the sidewalk, and she's like, you missed me. How come you didn't do my windows? And I'm like, man, we'll be back there to get your windows right away, you know. And this is my first glass I squeegee. I get this other store. I mean, it's messed up. I try to squeegee off where Bobby dropped the damn thing and ran, you know. And I get the shit, get Mo's gear, get it back over there. I go back into the dispatch. I'm like, Bobby, what the hell's going on, man? He says, I turn around and you were gone. He goes, what happened? I said, man, I go to woman, she want to know why we missed her windows. He's like, what? She want to know why. Last time I was there, she was going to call the police. And I go, what do you mean she's going to call the police on you? He says, don't you understand, man? We're just hustling, man. He goes, we're just cleaning their windows. I'm going in and telling them how much it is. And he goes, we had like $260 in our hand. I said, Bobby, well, get your ass over here. I said, she wants her windows done. We're going to go finish the rest of the center and make 360. And we did it in like 2 hours. And basically, that's where it started. A dude from New York City thinking he's going to hustle. Wow. And I put the gift store. She wanted it done every other week. I mean, that's my first maintenance account ever. She wanted to be on every other week. A woman going from calling on the police because the guy's hustling out of money to, hey, he was showing up more hustling than a regular window cleaner was.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's it.
That is great. And you got into the cleaning industry as a result of that.
That was it, man. I never stopped. I mean,
that's the origin story.
$60 in 2 hours. How am I gonna continue to work security at the student union? How's that gonna happen?
Exactly what the number of super smart people in the cleaning industry is insane when you think about what we actually do. We need to get smart as we grow the business, but the number of really, really intelligent people, because they see so much money
that it gets real hard to leave, because you can go off and do a 6-year degree and not earn this money, you know?
Well, here's the crazy thing about that little thing, Perry. I went on to do the same thing Bobby did, but I wouldn't hustle. I'd just go into the guy if I had a route and I needed to build the route. I would just go into the store and say, hey, I'm here. I'm cleaning your windows for free. I'll be in the neighborhood doing your neighbor's windows. When you want your windows done, let me know. Man, it never failed. If you did their windows one time for free, 9 times out of 10, they would pay you right there. Or the next time you came, when you were done cleaning their windows, they say, how often are you going to be here? Every 2 weeks. They'd say, yeah, go ahead and hit mine. We'll get it in. We'll go ahead. It's a done deal. And the funny thing was, I proceeded to do that after I had heard you know anything about the Carney brothers?
The who?
Pizza Hut.
No.
The guy who started.
No.
Well, for their first 500 units they opened, they gave pizza away at every unit for 2 weeks straight. It was the best marketing campaign and strategy that anyone ever could have pulled in that business, because they literally had lines around their restaurants for 2 weeks. So everybody, when they grand opened, knew they were in town. I mean, it was genius, because they continued to have lines around their restaurants even after they started charging. So, you know, it pays. You know, it just pays to give it away.
It's funny you say that, because we've got this new product, the brush mount, right? It's a wall brush mount, because guys should have more than one brush. Most guys just get the brush that's on the pole and think the brush is the pole, and they don't realize that the brush cleans the glass of the pole, puts the brush on the glass, and they're two different things. So the only way to encourage people to get more brushes and then look after them is to be able to put the brush, you know, on the wall. So we've got this brush mount that the first one have come out of the world. We're going to do the great brush mount giveaway. I'm going to give away like 400 brush mounts.
That's gonna work, man, and people are definitely gonna see it. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to my cousin Terry. Cousin Terry tuned into you. He's out there driving a truck around the country somewhere. But hey, guys, I appreciate you letting me come on. You got 29 viewers. I have a feeling you're gonna get a bunch more tonight. I have a feeling that this is gonna be your most popular show tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys take it
I do
easy,
too.
man.
You're the
All
man.
right.
You are the man with the
Hello,
numbers.
China!
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Good for you. Yes.
There
The
he
man,
is.
Mr. Ron Musgrave,
The
the guy
man.
with the foghorn.
That was the origin story.
You'll love him or hate him for how much noise he makes, but the dude, he knows his shit.
He knows his shit.
Right? And like I used to be, most people know our story. We're very linked to the WCR circle and the little mafioso little group that goes with that. And then as we got more experience in America, more experience in the networks, more experience in the groups and the associations, we started to have a look at the other associations, and the UAMCC is where Ron is a past president and Doug is a past president. And then I started researching the testimonials, and there's guys like Patrick Clark. If you don't follow Patrick Clark, you got to follow this dude. Because of guys like Ron and Doug and the training which they give, right? Patrick Clark is a multi-million-dollar business. He's a young guy. He's got a young family, so he's running business from startup and family, young family.
Amazing.
Making millions of dollars because he followed the old guy's wise words. Right? Ron probably don't like me calling him an old guy. Like I don't like people calling me an old guy.
Just call someone wise. It implies.
Yeah, wise implies. So there it is. There goes Ron Musgrave. And he has Ron Musgrave sales training, Doug Rucker pressure washing school. Ron's sales training is like old school, like what works, human to human contact, and then how to get the order for hundreds of thousands of dollars from one customer.
And it's all service industry like applicable.
Yeah,
like it's not just sales training. It's not just sales training. Just generally, it's
No. It's about our industry.
Mm.
He's the dude. Like so. Ron and I had a lot of, because I was set up to dislike him intensely, right?
Yeah.
So
like really intensely.
Really intensely. So Ron and I have had a lot of, battles on the way through. Same with Tony Evans, because I was set up to dislike him intensely as well. And so just to watch, and to let become more friendly with these guys, and then to show them our real colors. And in order to do that, we had to leave our associations, that were setting us up that way. And then these guys were like nice enough and honorable enough to let us evolve, or let me evolve, you know, without holding it against me, you know, all the harsh things I'd said in the past. I was a right dick at one point, I think. I was kind of really well trained by a really good.
Whoa, that was.
Oh, that was busy.
No shit, bro. Hello, North Korea
Yeah.
after. Sounds scared.
But the thing about, like, you know, there's always hard when you manufacturer on a manufacturer's perspective, and then a window cleaner from a window cleaner's perspective, a big businessman from a businessman's perspective. But what you do see is the guys that put the extra effort in for the industry. Yeah, and that's, you know, Tony. There's no doubt that Tony does that. He's now cleaning matters, the magazine, with his wife and everything, and I think that shows amazing commitment to the industry, and that's the measure right there. That is the measure. What are you doing?
I'm gonna sneeze.
You can sneeze on camera. Come on. Think people haven't seen a sneeze before? You love your reach at Christopher Jones. I saw that we've been friends on Facebook for a year, right? That was pretty cool. Dean, cleaning windows is straight up. If you're using a reach it and you've been pressure washing and you've already cleaned the windows and you just need to add on a how to add spot-free windows service, right? You're not actually needing to clean the windows a whole lot. So it's just basically using Constructor and Hydroblade. You're just going to agitate up, rinse down, agitate up, rinse down, agitate up, rinse down, and you're off the glass. It's like we've changed the way people clean windows. We have a lot of people talking against us, right? A lot of people saying it doesn't work. A lot of people saying it'll break. And a lot of people saying a whole lot of things. Do you know why? Because it's not in their fucking store, right? We will never give it to them. Yeah, that's how we roll. Right? It's not in their store, so they have to shut it down. They're going to shut it down with lies, bullshit, crap, right? Because we've changed the way that people clean windows faster, and it's not in their store. So what are they going to do? They have to talk it down. Yeah? And it's not in their store because of their own reasons, not because of ours. Like, we didn't push them out. But once they are out, they are out. Yeah? There ain't no way it's coming back. Reach It will never be available in WCR or J Racing Steams. Okay? Truth. Mark my words tonight. Yeah?
It's recorded.
Indira is here. I better clean up my language. Woo! Whew. All right. This is on its way to Chris Norva today. This is the prototype. It's a 3D print with a side-to-side of the sill brush. So it's basically, what's different about it is there's an interchangeable part. I don't know if I can show you at the camera, but down here, this last channel is actually a separate part. Where's the camera? There. This last channel is a separate part, so we can actually take this part out. We don't actually know how to yet, but it does come out. So it'll mean that you can have a sill bristle pointing down at 60 degrees. Oh my God, this is so difficult. There, at 60 degrees, this way, or you can have it pointing straight down for commercial, which is the one that I'm excited about, the commercial, being able to pull that dirty water off a mullion, right, when you're cleaning. How we going, Monster?
Pretty good. I've got the presentation up. We're 35 minutes.
Sweet. Let's have a bit of a play with that. See whatever else everybody else has said. This is not scrolling through, so forgive us if we don't read everything. Joseph will be drinking because I swore like crazy. That was like a double shot one. That one. My guys, I'll use the first read. Oh, see, Jason Klavansky is here, and I gave away a Reach It Pro in New Orleans. You were there.
I was there.
Right, that's the first time we came to America, Jason. We'd never been to America before that day.
And then 18 drinking in New Orleans.
Yeah, Jason won a skid, and another dude won the pole, the Reach It pole.
That's right, and they switched.
And Jason switched it because he didn't want the skid, and he did want the pole, and the other guy didn't want the pole and did want the skid, right? So he's it's still going, and that's talking to January 2012. Like we remember back then we put maybe a 10-year warranty, and then it looked like I was like Phil. And then, so I realized I haven't been around for 10 years, so we put a 3-year warranty.
How do you
That's
give a 3-year warranty?
Yeah, we haven't been around.
Never been around.
So now we're at 6 years. Soon we're going to bring out Reach It Academy, Reach It Academy is going to be a paid environment, which will give you unlimited warranty on all parts for every operator. But it's an operator-based warranty support education program So, and the idea is to say that, you know, once you belong into Reach It Academy, you'll have access to Reach It Prototype, and there's some other really cool things that we're working on, which I'm not allowed to say, and I've got zipped lips on. Zipped lips. But things that are going to change your business forever, right? And then, and also change the way you hire people, change the way you work with people. Like we're digging, like as Reach It, we're digging down into your business and saying, hey, you guys have bought thousands of Reach It poles. We have some profit sitting in our bank account. We're not taking it out and putting it into a new house or a new car. What we're doing is we're putting it back into the business, and we're saying, how do we add value? What are the problems that we listen to all the time online? And then how do we, with your how do you say, cooperative money, right? The people that support Reach It and buy Reach It. So the more people that buy Reach It, the more money we have, the more we can add value at a scale that you can't do, right? So I can throw $10,000 at a program, at a product, at a solution. I can throw $20,000 at a solution. That's not worth it for you to throw 20,000. You could do it the same too, but it's not worth it to you to throw 20,000. But if you had to throw $9.95 a week at the solution, right, then it makes sense. Or $9.95 per worker at the solution, right? So what I'm doing is, you know, listening to the problems that people have in our industry, and then saying, how do I solve those problems for you, and then make it affordable for you to be able to partake in it. And one of those things is hiring, motivating, driving, firing, right? How do you keep people in productivity, isn't it? I'm passionate about this.
Always have been. Always have been. Christopher Jones. Most glass that works, but on residential, I still have to rinse off glass.
No, you don't.
What?
No, you don't. Not at all. No, just means technique is wrong. You're going to say, what's the symptom that makes you feel like you've got to rinse off glass? Off glass is just so not necessary. You can't imagine why off glass would make a better rinse than on glass, because there's no difference.
Well, especially
right?
with Hydroblade, because all the water's coming above the glass.
Yeah, above the brush.
The bristle. Above the bristle.
So what's the difference? Your water's coming above the bristle, or you take the bristle off the glass and the water comes above the bristle, right? That's the reason you take the brush off the glass, is to get the water above the bristle. Yeah. So with Hydroblade, you've got the water already above the bristle. Good point. Patrick Clark is here. Man, I just promoted you. I just said to everybody, they should know this dude. No, Patrick Clark, UAMCC. He's one of the greatest examples. I mean, you could probably tell me, Patrick, who else? Because I'd love to mention the other guys and put everybody in touch with everybody who, as a result of being in the UAMCC, have built $1 million businesses. Not just so you got a tip on how to grow a business or how to put an EDDM piece out or whatever. Like actually how to grow a business to $1 million plus in the service industry. So Patrick, if you're still here, make sure that you give us whatever other names are the guys who have inspired you, the guys that people should follow. Doug Rucker's Pressure Washing School, Ron Musgrave's Sales School, you know, whatever you think is things that people should get into, because, you know, the thing is that I'm passionate about is scaling out, you know, getting the business bigger, you know. I'm on a roll.
You're in your little spiel.
I'm on a roll.
Tequila time, John Heslin.
Where is your tequila? Paul Andre Bichet is here. Hello, my friend.
I'm just warming your seat up, John.
How to hire, that's your nightmare. Do you know why we can't hire? Because we... Huh?
Who's nightmare?
It says hiring is my nightmare.
Oh, I was like, I'm warming up John's seat. Why is that my nightmare?
No. Hiring in our industry, here's my synopsis. Why is hiring in our industry a pain in the ass? Because we give a bullshit job. The way we define the job looks like bullshit. Now we know, because we're in the industry, we know it's not bullshit. But the way we hire, the world has changed, right? You've taught me this, right? Is that young guys have got a different mentality now. And we think, oh, they're young and they're lazy, but they're not. They're highly active. Where are they highly active? Games. See, Xbox, right?
This is how you talk. I almost swore. This is how you talk. You're like, spiel. What's the answer that I want? The one-word answer. Okay,
because you taught it to me, and I'm back into it. Okay.
Go, go, go. Fire away. Take the floor.
Like, don't give it away.
I'm not.
No more talking.
That's not giving
No
it
more
away.
talk-
They
no.
don't know. No, they don't know what I mean. They've got no
No
way
more
of working
talking.
out what I
No.
mean.
They'll
Okay.
work it out. They're smart people.
But they can't do it.
No. I'm just telling you.
All right.
You better shush.
Okay, so anyway, we think we've solved all of that, right? I've been told. TJ Gilbert, from fiberglass to carbon fiber, from employee to owner, from rags to riches, and Richard helped.
Oh,
Damn right, brother. Thank you very much. That's how we roll. All right, filling my tanks, guys. Getting ready for another Reacher day. What's the purpose of the Bronzewall brush? The Bronzewall. Oh no! Don't fire your lead tech on Monday. That's horrible. Does he know, or is he watching?
Is this how you? Is this how you sit? You're like,
The guy is gonna. You're gonna do a Comey on him.
You're going, watch the This Is It podcast
Yeah.
on Facebook Live this morning.
At,
You're gonna learn a lot.
43
By
minutes
the
in.
way, this is your first day off forever.
That's like, hey, do you know what James Comey felt like? You
Oh.
will if you watch the This Is It program.
Not like he's an FBI director.
Inbound call. So scrubbing power,
Usually it's when like you got multiple calls at the same time, so someone's ring. John, get on the phones.
Yeah, no, but that was an Igbo number. Okay, so the reason for the Bronzewall brush is because the whole idea of Reach It is to say how many. If I get into my safety and efficiency thing, you will get that it's all about how many strokes.
Yes, but first, Roger Boggs just said exposed aluminium cladding with oxidation on commercial. What soap can you wash it off on? First time clean. 3-story office building.
Roger, I've got a video on oxidation, so if you go to YouTube and go to /future of cleaning, one word, pardon me, that's that monster. Then there's a video on oxidation, so you search keywords oxidation in our channel, or look me up on Facebook Messenger and ask me to send you the link, and I'll send you the link to it. And the answer is, like in that video, you see me, I actually scrub some sidings that are oxidized, and I scrub them with tap water, and I scrub them with DI water, and then we go to the frames, and you think about rain. Rain doesn't get oxidation off, so the water doesn't take the oxidation off. What takes oxidation off and puts it into your rinse water is agitation. So there's two techniques, and they're both covered in this video. The first technique is you actually do a 2-stage clean. Like you actually clean the whole property. You might as well do it with tap water. You don't need to do it with DI or pure water.
When you're doing that first stage of the clean, so you're cleaning the aluminium frames first.
Cleaning everything for everything,
Right.
no, and the glass.
And the glass.
And the glass. You're doing an exact perfect clean.
Okay,
So you're doing all of your agitation.
Because like I know when I was scrubbing like aluminium frames with oxidation,
Mm.
how long do I clean it for? Do I clean it until the milky water goes not milky?
Right. So there's two. The answer to that
I
is
actually don't know. I can't
no.
remember.
The answer to that is this: after 3 agitations or 3 cleans, the oxidation will be off.
Okay.
3 to 4. But that doesn't mean that you want to go and do 3 to 4 times round on the first time you do the job. So that's where you want to revert to this technique. And if you do this technique 3 or 4 times, then eventually you won't get any oxidation because you'll have taken it off, right? Mm-hmm. So the most efficient way is that you clean the frames, whatever it is that you've got to clean, and you clean the glass, and you might as well do it with tap water because it doesn't make any difference. And then you go all the way around the whole property. Yeah, the 3 stories, you do all the 3rd story, all the 2nd story, all the 1st story. Everything's dry. Now you go back to the 3rd story and you only do the glass.
The reason why you do the 3rd story first, I know I may be like breaking it down to the absolute ridiculous. Tell me if I am. And that's because of the white milky like liquid coming down from the frames, you want it to drip onto the next window below. You don't want to clean the 3rd story, then right underneath, because then it's gonna like.
It doesn't matter in this sense, actually, on that. But also, you don't want to take your pole up and down, up and down, up and down if you're going that way. So it's more efficient to set the pole up in a commercial sense and clean at one level, then take it apart, clean at another level, take it apart, clean at the other level. That's
assuming it's a medium space.
Yeah, because he said.
It's a 3-story building, but he didn't say how big the building was, because 3 stories could be.
All right, so let's assume it's a really tiny building. 3-story office building, right? That's usually a fairly decent sized building. So that's good. So here's the second step. Then you go back and you have to use the constructor brush with the proper technique. The proper technique is if this is your constructor brush, right? you have to come in, let me just get that right. So you have to come, it's in reverse. So you come in like that, and you go up, and you go across to the corner and down, and then you come in like that, and you go up, and you go across to the corner and down, and you're basically cleaning that top edge, but the brush must be at, use the brush. The brush must be at an angle, because if you look here, the first hydroblade is here. So when you're running that agitation across that glass, you want that top jet to not be on the oxidized surface, right? As soon as you agitate and wet, you're going to introduce oxidation into the water again. So as a rule, you keep the brush at 45 degrees. And when you, now all you're doing in that second time round is just across, so you're going to go that way and down. Oh my goodness, that's not easy. Then you're going to go across that way and down, and then you're just going to do up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Like that. And you only need to do it once because you've already cleaned the windows. So you're looking like 10 seconds per window, and what you're taking off the glass now is not the concretion or the dirtiness that was on the glass when you started the job. You're now only taking off the TDS that's in the tap water and the oxidation.
Yep.
Right? So it's 10 seconds per window, second time round.
That's it.
And you can't do that with any other brush, because if the glass is hydrophobic, it'll repel the water, and then you have to sit there and rinse line by line by line by line by line. I saw a video on Instagram.
Rinsing that.
Rinsing like that.
Rinsing like that, plus rinsing off oxidation.
Yeah. Nightmare.
Ouch. That'll make you not want to do water fed. That'll
Yes.
make you
Well,
feel
sometimes
like,
we tell people to pull out a squeegee.
That's what it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. All right, Roger. What was I going to talk about before that? 1800 time. Water here.
What, Indira? Imitate.
That's because he talks softly. Oh, shit. That's my water. Do you have to run the flow for 4 hours? No, not really, because we already ran it for 2 hours. So there's some videos. There's a Facebook closed group called Reach It Flow. So invite yourself to that. And the basic videos for setting it up are in there. I can walk you through it on Messenger as well.
You missed some.
Tate is loud and clear. We've got some new guys here. I need a new brush. Everybody needs a new brush. All right, let's have a go at this. Let's see if we can put a bit of slideshow up.
We've got 10 minutes.
Right.
So what we're thinking of is running a practice demonstration of this pitch.
Yeah, like to try and show you what it would look like, what we think the full capability of this setup is, and how we can, I don't know, yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to define it. Let's do it.
We'll try and work it out. All right. Waterfed pole and safety.
All right, so this is the presentation that we gave, and the idea is that we should be able to bring in your videos, not just mine, right? And talk about topics by using...
If you're gonna pitch.
Sorry? Do you need me in?
No, I need you in, not me.
Ah, well, I need the screen then.
Yours.
There. All right, so have a look at this. So, we'll have to do the indoor skydiving. Yes, that was fun. All right, so have a look at this. Okay, next slide. This is just the cover slide, yeah? So what we're talking about is work. And what most people don't know is, what is work? Yeah, I need that there. What is work? So pass me this, I'll tap through. And what we want to do is get your, because we should be able to build answers and videos and training and everything like this, and then still have your live questions coming in. Yeah, you can go to the store now. Johnny's got it there. If you go to store.futureofcleaning.com and you go search keyword bronze, you'll find the product, $199. If you don't have a Reach It, you'll need the universal adapter, right, for Euro threads.
Oh, we do not recommend that.
We do not recommend. We recommend that you use a Reach It. What scares the hell out of me, in fact, we get it all the time. Somebody bought a Zero pole the other day, and then they have another pure water system, and then they get the constructor brush with the hydro blade,
And then all of a sudden it's, there's something wrong. I don't like the constructor brush. You go, it's not you can't blame the brush. If you don't get it, what we're doing, use more water, use less time. You've bought a pure water system with a high pressure requirement for the filtration with a reverse osmosis. It doesn't dump loads of water out like the system we've designed, like Flow dumps water out. Don Risinger just upgraded his Wash It Pro with our new membrane. He had to turn the water down. It's got so much water. Like we've changed the way the business works.
Why is the Mini so rigid?
Well,
the reason why it's so rigid is because we developed the side-to-side, the constructor brush, the long side that everything works together.
Yes, everything works together. That's great. So, I'm not finished with that other one. So here's the definition of work. Work is actually a scientific term. We don't need to time clock terribly tight, right? Because we're allowed to go a little bit over.
I'm just checking.
Right, just want to
Right,
make sure.
we went
Don't
for
wind
an
me
hour
up.
and 40 yesterday.
An hour and 40 was a little bit long, but it's a podcast, right? So you don't confuse the two. This is what we do here, but the podcast is fine if it goes over, right? So I'm happy. We just don't have to be tight and say, okay, it's time, we're going to cut. We won't do
I'm
that.
not doing that. I'm
Good.
checking the
Okay.
time.
So here we go. Work equals force through distance. Yeah, it's a scientific term. And when we get that when we go to work, that's what we're doing, is we're actually running this science, and it's measured in calories. So the question is, like, what else is measured in calories? And if you're in a live audience, you'll be able to put your hand up and go, oh, pick me, right? There's a couple of other things that are measured in calories. Let's see if anybody actually puts them up. Have tequila. Yeah, we yes, Johnny, I agree.
It's tequila.
No, he said if somebody has a zero pole, then we won't sell them a constructor brush. Because there's a very basic, intrinsic choice made. And then they want to take advantage of all the people who supported Reach It and then say, hey, buy all our gear, and then if you want that constructor brush, you can go over and buy it. Well, maybe not, right? If you want to buy that gear from there and you think it's going to work with constructor, we don't know that it will. So boo-boos here. So here's the thing. The other things that are measured in calories are food and heat. Yeah? So if we've got work is in the same genre as food and heat. So work is how we spend. So what we're going to learn, let me show you this next one.
You're going off on
weird
tangent there.
No, I was trying to remember my script. So let's define force. Force equals the effort applied to two things, acceleration and continued movement. So the way I describe all of this is that, for example, if you have your motor vehicle and you want to drive from where you live one end of the street to the other, and then you want to come back again, right? Then you put your foot on the accelerator and basically have the engine apply force, right? And so the most amount of force is through its acceleration phase. And then at the end of its acceleration phase, it then has a continued movement. So you'll just drive at a constant speed. If you keep accelerating to the end of the street, there's going to be a problem, yeah? So if we accelerate, then we apply force to accelerate, then we have continued movement. Then you get to the end of the street, right? And then you want to come back, right? So we might see if we cover that. Distance is the full range of movement required to effect a task. So force and distance equals work. Now, what's a cycle? A cycle is a repeating movement, including the return to a starting point. So if you've gone to the end of the street, you've accelerated, maintained force, because if you take your foot off the accelerator, you'll decelerate, yeah? Yep. So it requires force to maintain speed, yeah? And so if we then get to the end of the street, now we're going to decelerate and stop. Then we've got to accelerate again to bring it back in reverse.
And it might be too early, but we've got to let them know, why is this important?
No, it's too early, because that comes in straight after I finish this part, right? Because the first thing is complete this little cycle, is to understand that force and distance create work, right? And then they create a cycle, right? So it's a repeating movement, including a return to the start point. And where that applies to window cleaning is that every time we push a brush up the glass, right, we have to accelerate, right? And what makes a pole flex, by the way, is more the acceleration than the continued movement. So it's the acceleration when you actually apply the maximum amount of force. We go up through the force, right? Accelerate up, then we have continued movement, right? So we're still applying force from our muscles. Then we have to decelerate, and then we have to stop. And then we come back down through this, we have to accelerate it down, continue its movement, decelerate, and stop. Then move the brush across and start again. So that's one cycle, yeah? So when we're looking at what is work, work is force through distance times cycles, yeah? How many cycles are you going to do? And ultimately, if we're going to save effort, if we're going to make you more efficient, if we're going to make you safer.
Well, efficiency would be working less.
Correct. Achieving the same and working less, or working the same and achieving more. Yeah?
And work being defined by calories, is that correct?
It's measured in calories.
All right, so then you would be either burning the same amount of calories and going more distance.
With less force.
With less force?
Or yeah.
Going the same distance, same force, but burning less calories.
Correct. So when you, we'll cover all that later. So here you have a look at it. So let's talk, and this will be what we'll show you. Work cycles is what I'm going to suggest to you in the cleaning industry, pressure washing industry, the number of cycles that you use, that each cycle would be less than 2 seconds. So if you're fanning with a squeegee, right, there you go. So let's say you've got a T-bar. That's one cycle. Oh, where am I? So that's one cycle, 2 cycles, 3 cycle. Yeah. Some guy goes like that, 4 cycles, right? If he's got a squeegee, he's going to cut across the top. That's 1 cycle, 2 cycles. Then he's going to fan his squeegee, another cycle, fan his squeegee, another cycle, fan his squeegee. If he's on water fed, he's going to, clean across the top, clean across the top. Yeah. That's 1 cycle. Again, another cycle. Then he's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. That's another cycle.
Yep.
Then if he's going to rinse off glass, he's got hydrophobic glass, he's going to go
1, 2,
cycle,
3.
cycle, right? Sometimes an inch apart in order to deal with hydrophobic glass. So the question is, how many cycles is he doing? And then how long is each cycle? I'm going to suggest to you that that 2 seconds per cycle is extremely generous.
I would say
that's
so
a
too.
long time, right? So if we had 2 cycles per cycle, and a window cleaner then does 60 seconds in a minute, so he does 30 cycles per minute. 60 divided by 2 is 30. That means he's doing 1,800 cycles per hour. You're sitting across that number there.
There we go. Back any further because
that's okay. I'll move the table for you. That's okay. So there you go, 9,000 cycles in a 5-hour shift, yeah? So in a 5-hour shift, now how many of us do 5 hours? Like none of us in peak season, we don't do 5-hour shifts, but that just gives you an idea. It's 9,000 cycles in a 5-hour shift. Sorry buddy, I'll just try and get that so that it works. Yep, there you go. Now, if a guy only works 5 days a week, that's 45,000 cycles a week. 1.8 million cycles a year as a service provider. So this is where we talk about safety and efficiency, and we talk about injury grooves and the way guys damage themselves and what's their working life is what we're going to look at, right? So with this in mind, should we not focus on the best technique to reduce the risk of repetitive motion injury? That's really what this whole pitch was designed for. But if you have a look at it, I mean, that was 1.8 million cycles, right, on a 5-hour day. If he does a 10-hour day, that's 3.6 million.
That's a lot.
If he works, this is 7 days,
constant motion.
Sure.
So with 2 seconds per cycle, we're adjusting.
What if he was 1.5 cycles per second? That's 5 million cycles in 1 year. What if he works 6 days a week? That's 6 million cycles in 1 year.
And would you not want a better for you ergonomically tool, or at least a more efficient tool?
Yes, more efficient. So here's the thing. Because nobody ever thought about this, nobody ever studied it, they do in the pressure washing industry. The pressure washing industry immediately had the little surface cleaner. Well, first they had the wand. Then the guy brought out the surface cleaner. It was like 12 inches or 14 inches. Now you can buy a 36-inch surface cleaner. Like, the wider you can make that, they did in the squeegee, right? The squeegee, you have a 6-inch squeegee and you can have a 30-inch squeegee, right? The wider you can make something, the faster it can clean. Then you look at Wagtail and Mormon copying Wagtail now with efficient, traditional tools, trying to combine how many steps can you combine into the same step.
Yep.
Right, and this is where we come back to the bronze wool brush. Why are we doing the bronze wool brush? Right, is that because right now with constructor brush, normally people have to wet the window first with a water fed, then they have to,
For traditional water fed,
yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have to wet the window first so that there's basically a surfactant on the glass, and then they have to agitate the window, right, a couple of times, maybe more if they've got an Unger Inlight brush that's got a third of the bristles of most other brushes, right? So they've got to do more agitation strokes on first cleans. And then they've got to rinse. Now, rinse, if the water cascades, rinsing, you can be quite, a lot less movements. But if that glass is hydrophobic and it repels the water like crazy, then you've got to rinse like 1 inch. Each rinse line is like 1 inch apart. You remember that? You nearly swore.
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, bring you back in, buddy. So if we can reduce the amount of force required, right? And part of the force, like when people have to rinse and they have to pull the pole back and they have to counterbalance it and use core body strength, and then off glass rinsing actually requires a lot of effort, yeah? So we can take all of that and leave the brush on the glass. If we can reduce the distance required.
Which means combining multiple steps into one step.
Yes. So now instead of doing agitation and rinse, we now do agitate up, rinse down. In the same cycle, we broke the cycle apart and said the agitation is the cycle on the way up and the rinse is the cycle on the way down. We've now taken 2 whole functions and put them in one.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the number of passes that they need to do. So with the rinse, we can take a 16-inch brush and rinse 16 inches at a time.
You have a more effective method, so not just combining the steps.
Yeah.
Right, reducing the force. Now, if it's more effective, you don't have to go as many times.
Well, because to keep it in the formula, the more effective in this case is less distance.
Right, so
you got use less force
is less distance
and using less distance, right? So you can do less distance by having a wider brush. So each one covers more glass per stroke. We can do less strokes, less distance by combining agitation and rinse and the wet up all in the single stroke.
Mm-hmm.
We can then combine when somebody has to rinse right like this all the way down the glass every inch, and we can combine it that in a single downstroke they rinse 16 inches wide, right? So what we did is we did that study. There's a video that we've done where we measure on a 4-foot by 2.5-foot window how far the brush travels with a traditional water-fed off-glass rinse hydrophobic glass.
Yes.
And then we measured how far does a constructor brush travel on that same piece of glass. And it was 6 times further that a traditional Tucker-style brush has to travel on that piece of glass in order to affect clean. 6 times further.
Which is insane.
Insane. Like the savings, like people don't get it right now because there are other people working against it, right? There are just people out there putting their darndest in to suppress Reach It constructor brush because it is going to change. It's for those who have got it, it's changed the industry, and it's always going to have some weaknesses. That's not the point. The question is, what are its strengths, which are insane.
Well, every tool has its weaknesses.
My iPhone pisses me off sometimes.
Exactly.
And it's the best phone in the world. And it doesn't meet my expectations. Why can't it do this? Why is my AirPod not work right when I'm on Facebook Live? Like they should know that. I should have that. Right? I'm pissed off about it. I hate my iPhone. Right? Of course people are going to talk about that with constructor brush because do you know why? I love my iPhone. Do you know when I hate my wife? When I love my wife. Right? When I hate you, when I love you. Like love and hate are emotions that sit together. So the people who are most pissed off, and you see them on Facebook, like this Augie Dugar today, right? He's on there going, I fucking hate this. Like Nicholas Preeb jumps in there, not again. Like
That's because they love their Constructor Brush. If they didn't give a shit about Constructor Brush, if they didn't give a shit about the efficiency that it's delivering them, that they want it, and they don't want any of its problems, like we don't want any of its problems either. But if they're passionate about how amazing it is, and they just wish it was perfect. Also me, with my iPhone and my AirPods.
Constructor Brush.
It's the same thing, but some people read it and go, oh, don't get a Constructor Brush because, you know, this person has that problem, that person has that problem. You know why they told you they have a problem? Because they want it to be better. They want it to be perfect.
Well, their problem is they're twice as fast.
Already at least twice as fast.
Their problem is
yeah,
got it to
they can't put it back.
They can't put it back. And the problems are minor these days. Like when we first started, it was a brand new technology.
Yeah.
We had no idea what we're doing.
Yep.
But
true that.
Every day we worked on it.
Yep.
Now, I don't actually know what we're currently.
2 years ago, we released it as a kit. It was an aluminum channel with a bunch of bristles, like every bristle we could think of, and we just released it as a kit, and people had to put it together. Some people are being told it's still that. It's not. It's pre-fitted with hydro blade, pre-fitted with side to side in a box with a spare parts kit, like all the things that could ever go wrong. There was a replacement piece in there, right? So what's next?
I think we wrap it up.
No, that's
It's
not next. It's not, but it wraps up naturally. Doesn't wrap up by this.
I'm not.
So first we should listen. Let's read what people have said.
Don't look at the time.
Yeah, but just take your watch off next time. Perry, I have a young window cleaner that's sold a zero pole and an easy pure system and wants to buy a Constructor Brush. Yeah, tell him not. 25% less. Hey, Todd Reese is here. Jacob Dell is here. Don Rizinger is here. Yeah, no, Julian Pierce, UK. When we get this one, this one is for the UK market. We think we can pull it off here. This little baby here for you guys.
It's weird that it doesn't auto-update to go down.
Yeah. See, I hate Facebook Live, right? Just doesn't do what I want it to do. Starting 13 hydrophobic buildings that proved out Constructor Brush last year. Hey, Warren. All right, so there we are, passionate. We're interested in your feedback. How do you feel about this idea of preparing slides and then talking them through, right, on air?
I've got nothing to say.
Okay. That's
You can keep going.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it's goodbye from him.
It's goodbye from him.
Goodbye from me. Right. If you're really interested, get a chance to share, then share, because I appreciate Musgrave coming on. That gives us a big boost, a little bit of an audience. We will be live 9 p.m. EST every day, and we will get better and better and better at delivering great content for you, okay? And it's going to be published as a podcast today.
Today, the last day.
Today, like as long as we get a proper link with iTunes, right? Then we should have it in Reach It Radio. This is it, iTunes. Agreed?
Correct. We'll publish the link here on your wall.
And we could, for the Android guys, we could put up an RSS feed with Podbean. Do you think?
Yes, but I don't know Android. I don't know what the podcasting app is that they use.
So we're looking for feedback for us, because we're not Android users, we're Apple fans. But if you've got a way that you listen to podcasts with Android, then let us know what that is, and we'll find a way to get ourselves registered on that. Or if you can just, if you guys normally log into RSS feeds, then we can give you the link to our RSS feed. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because we have that. Great. All right, so we're out. See you guys.
And goodbye from John.
And goodbye from Johnny. Johnny's back in China, by the way. He's in Guangzhou right now. Johnny, are you there? Let's beam you in, buddy. See if you're there. See what your weather looks like. I think you're stuck in an airport right now, in between flights. It's about, how far is Guangzhou to New Zealand? 3 hours past Sydney.
No idea.
3 hours past Sydney.
Oh, okay.
2 hours past Sydney.
9.
Johnny!
What are you doing
Glasses
still?
on you, old man.
What are you doing still going?
I know. I just thought I'd say hello.
Hey, I said that, John,
Ah.
and I got shut down.
Oh, because I was
What?
on a roll.
You weren't on a roll. You said
I
it.
wasn't.
Who?
You can replay it.
Who got shut down?
What's that, buddy? Yes. Is that for tomorrow? For tomorrow's show?
There was going to be 3 bottles, but there's only 2 now.
He's slurring.
Ah,
I was just saying you're slurring your words.
that'll be for
I don't know
tomorrow's
whether you're
show.
tired or on the tequila.
That'll be for the morning time.
That's good. Anyway, welcome home, buddy.
I think it's good to be home. I'm in fucking Guangzhou.
Yeah.
They've already
That's horrible,
delayed my
right?
flight. My flight was supposed to
Oh,
go
no.
at 10, now it's got then 11, now 11:45. So I might get home before midnight.
Or they might cancel it, and then, oh, savage.
Can you hear Harry?
Thank fuck I can't.
Funny. That's another shot for Joseph.
Oh, poor old
He said
Joseph.
maybe they'll
Poor old
cancel.
Joseph.
Poor old Joseph. He said they'll cancel your show, right? They'll cancel your flight.
Oh, bound to. They just want me to sit here in Ningbo. And Guangzhou. They don't want me home.
You're in trouble, buddy. You're in trouble.
Never.
All right, buddy.
Never in trouble.
I'll get going.
It's only the
We'll
depth
wind
that
this thing up.
varies. It's only
It
the
is the
tequila
depth
that varies.
You're sounding good, man. All right, see you tomorrow,
All
man.
good, all
We'll see you
good.
for dinner.
Yes, for sure. I don't know where we'll go
Alright.
yet, but we'll go somewhere nice.
Maybe come to mine and we'll cook.
Honey, you burn boiled water.
You freeze toast.
I've got help.
Bread goes
And,
mouldy before he gets to cook it, even when he puts it in the toaster.
And not Chinese bread. You know, this bread, like people probably don't get it. You can put this bread on the shelf for 6 months and pull it back out and eat it. It's so full
Well,
of
that's how
preservatives.
McDonald's got the idea when they started making their burgers.
And that's a perfect freeze frame.
Yeah, that's insane, right?
I'm
Anyway,
going
Johnny,
now.
how do we go at the America's Cup, buddy? No,
You've been
tell me
talking
about the
too
America's
long.
Cup.
We are going to be up tomorrow morning at 1 o'clock, and we're going to be at Eudora drinking, watching the race, because we win one more and it's ours.
Boom, boom, boom. That's
Boom, boom.
the population of 4 million people, backed by Emirates, right?
Exactly.
And we're going to knock
Backed
out
by
the big
Emirates.
boy.
We are. We're going to knock them right over.
Great. Well, you'll be
today.
okay.
Oh,
Really?
he'll be okay. He'll get up and go again.
Didn't get a penalty. They didn't get a
No,
penalty?
no.
Great.
We even waved at him as we went past.
That's great skippering, man. Great skippering.
It sure was. Those boys will win
All right,
tomorrow
buddy.
by a great length. We'll watch it tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. I'll be there.
This
I'll
morning
stay
at 1
up
o'clock.
this
You
morning.
mean,
All right,
you mean to
champion.
say you've been sleeping while I've been away? God damn.
I've been trying to. I've been written off, man. I'm like running over 50% of my normal power. I thought maybe I've got cancer or something, didn't I? So did
Oh, I
Harrison.
didn't know that.
Harrison.
I thought you were dying.
He thought I was dying. So, let's see what happens.
All good.
All right, champion.
See you in a few hours.
Oh, I love you. I heard that.
He's my buddy. All right. See ya.